Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia on the Lawrencia TV, a channel that celebrates ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So please subscribe, like, share, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post new content. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about a topic that has become the norm in Nigeria, and that is as a result of everybody having plan B on how to leave Nigeria, how to relocate abroad. We're talking about the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and in fact, now everywhere, as long as that person is not just making plans to leave Nigeria, basically. So this has affected a whole lot of things, and I think the most discussed part of it is people are now choosing partners based on their location. The reason why I'm talking about this is because somebody made a tweet online about it and it generated a whole lot of conversation. So let me just read that tweet for you. It was a whole bunch of tweets, but the one that actually got my interest was Japa-Compatibility is like a priority in the dating space today. Abroad has become the core of attraction and plan B for many. Many are dating for escape, survival, and breakthrough. But sadly, love is taking the false responsibility. So this was Babajide on Twitter, and this generated a whole lot of conversation. You know how you have a big elephant in the room that people are not willing to talk about, but I think this tweet kind of opened the Pandora box and everybody started sharing their experiences. Some of the guys shared that they are dating their girlfriends, maybe after youth service, they meet, they were planning, but because, the Nigerian factor, everybody's looking for a job, everybody's trying to get themselves together before actually getting into marriages. They said the next thing they will hear is one baba from abroad comes back home and tell these girls they want to marry them, and within the space of 2 weeks they get married to these people and they go back abroad. And some of them, they start making plans to take these ladies, and let me just put it out there, most times these men are in their late 50s or mid 50s. They have gotten married, they have children, and maybe one reason or the other their marriage didn't work out. So the next thing they do is to come back to Nigeria and marry fresh blood. Fresh, young, sexy, somebody that I don't even know why they do it, but from the conversations online, some of them said, well, these people do it because they want to pepper their first wife to show them that, okay, I can marry somebody, half your age, I can get somebody half my age, I still got it, I can get married to whoever I want to get married to regardless. But on the other side of the fence is the ladies who they get married to. These are young girls, these are graduates that are looking for maybe jobs, they're trying to get their footings. These are just young adults trying to navigate the Nigerian system, and these old men come back, marry them, and almost immediately they file for them to relocate abroad. So this has generated a whole lot of conversation, not just on the female side, but also on the male side. Some of the male are dating people based on their location. So let's say a man that has the you have to have that need to travel, so they date only, some of them date only people that are in the US, the UK, like Canada, Australia, those kind of places maybe that they want to travel to. So their dating pool, it's not even within the Nigerian circle. Even if they're dating somebody in Nigeria, they don't even take that person seriously. They don't get married, or they're just like one leg in and one leg out. And as soon as they find somebody that is in abroad, they get serious with that person, they propose, and they start processing their papers and they join their wives. So it's no longer, oh, I am dating because I met this person. I mean, I am not saying you cannot love somebody from a distance. That's not the point. People fall in love differently. You can meet somebody, you can talk to somebody over the phone, you can fall in love with their voice, you can see a picture and it is love at first sight. I mean, Idris Elba or or Denzel Washington. I'm into that old man, but you get the point. So they fall in love based on what they are hearing, based on what they are seeing, and most times when these people are coming back home, especially, listen, I live abroad and I know a lot of people who travel back home, and before they travel they take extra shifts, they kind of become frugal with their finances just to ensure that they save money that they're going to spend in Nigeria. They use credit card to purchase a whole lot of things so that they look like you have to look the parts. Because in Nigeria, if you're abroad, they automatically believe that you have money. I mean, you have to have it together. You are earning pounds, you're earning dollars, you're earning euros. So they just feel that yes, that person have everything that they need. And the people living abroad, on the other hand, if they are traveling back home, they ensure that they look the parts, they embody all these things that people are expecting to see. So when they get back home, they meet these people that all they want to do is to travel. So it's like a transactional something. I am not saying that is it for everybody, but most times is for somebody that wants to travel abroad and they meet somebody who just returned from abroad, regardless of if that chemistry, they're going to fake it. Regardless of whether the chemistry is there, regardless of whether this is their type or this is somebody that they want to get married to, they accept that proposal, they get married to them, thinking, okay, the package they are looking at is what they are going to be getting when they relocate abroad. And this is where the issue is. A lot of people who fall into these categories, who have relocated abroad, once they get to their destination, whether US, UK, they now realize that life is not what it seems. I mean, we talked about Nollywood actress Nkechi Blessing, who met somebody in the UK, Honorable Falagan, who she thought, is a UK. He was claiming to have, he's a honorable, he is in the British Army. He just claimed a whole bunch of things. And when she was smart enough to have visited him before the marriage or getting serious with him, and when she visited, she realized that all that glitters is not gold. He was not even half of what he was projecting himself to be. And this is the problem. I mean, I don't think there's any issue for somebody to go back home and get married. There's no issue in that. But the problem is a whole lot of people, their expectations are not met. Let's say somebody that is going back home, let's say a man that is going back home to marry somebody and bring her in as a wife. There are women abroad. There are so many women abroad, but for the fact that they want that Africanness. And what is Africanness? We're talking about a woman that is going to be submissive, a woman that will give you peace regardless of whatever you're doing. Like, I mean, our African mothers, their husbands cheat, and regardless of what the man is doing, they're just happy to be there, to be the wife at home. Most of our brothers, if they are going back home to get married, this is what they have in their heads. They want somebody that is like their mother, that has endured everything. And also some of them, they have, especially the ones in their 50s, in their late 50s, they've gotten married here and they're now thinking, okay, this person is now westernized. This person is now asking me to wash plates. This person is now asking me to cook food. So I no longer want all those responsibility. I now want somebody that is going to be submissive. I want somebody that I can control. So some of our brothers that go back home to marry wives, this is what they want. I am not saying all of them. Some of them actually fall in love. Some of them go back to marry somebody they've dated before. So it doesn't encompass everybody, but I think majority of those going back home, especially those in their 50s, this is what they want. And then the women that they are marrying back home, most of them are marrying people who have their age, and these ladies are young, they are woke, they've been watching YouTube videos, they are no longer like their mother. I think there's a cultural shift there. I think this is where the problem is. You thinking, okay, you're going back home to marry an African woman, but the reality is this globalization. These women in Africa, they are even more westernized than some of us that are here. So if you're thinking you're going back home to get exactly what your mother is or was, the reality is they are not that. They know everything, and chances are that for somebody that is in her 20s to marry somebody in his 50s, then she has this Japa mentality. She wants to leave Nigeria by hook or by crook, and you get married to that kind of person, you bring them here, and you have projected a certain kind of personality, a certain kind of wealth around them. You have told them about how you have, listen, people lie, especially diasporans going home. They don't really tell the truth about the situation, especially those ones that are looking for wives. So they spend money, they talk all the talks that is required, and then these women have like their perception of what they are getting into, but because they've been lied to, they don't have the full picture. So when they get here and these men are telling them, well, I spent about £7,000 to bring you, you have to start working immediately, you have to get a cleaning job, you have to get a care job, you have to just support me, and they're looking at them like, why are you stressing me? I am just a wife. I am here to pop out kids. I am here to just sit down, go live on Instagram, do my TikTok. These are two different generation of people, and the man is like, no, you don't have to go out with friends. All I need you to do is just in fact, I don't even need children. I just want you to help me out to pay all these debts that I've incurred to marry you. And they don't get it. Women in diaspora going back home to marry men. Now, most times is because they claim they can't find husbands in diaspora. I don't know how true that is, because there are men, although even the men are thinking, okay, I don't want to marry somebody in diaspora because they are wiser, they know their rights. Sometimes these women are not happy to marry somebody, especially let's say somebody that's a man that is in diaspora and is so struggling to get his document, and then you meet a lady who has struggled and has gotten her document. She would rather not date that person who is looking for his documents, because there's this underlying how would I put it, there's this kind of perception that this person is just coming to me because of they want their document. So they would rather go to Nigeria to look for a husband who is obviously trying to get to the US or the UK, abroad in general, and they marry that person. They bring them over thinking, okay, this person is going to appreciate the fact that I helped them. But that is your own perception. That is your own intention. I know of a lady who went back home, married her husband, brought him here, and she was expecting him to kiss her feet, basically. Not really kiss her feet in the sense of it, because she went above and beyond to, I can understand why she was emotional about it, because she borrowed money from the bank to process everything. And when he finally came into the UK, she was expecting him to not really, because she has all this debt to pay, which I get, but he was basically trying to integrate in the society, visit friends that he has known from childhood. And she was like, no, 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 you're not going anywhere. You're not even supposed to be talking to anybody. If they were that good of a friend, they would have helped you relocate. So I did the whole legwork. I did the whole heavyweight. Now you have to help me to offset all these debts that I have gone through. And the man, on the other hand, is not even understanding that part, because he is thinking, I just got to the UK. I need to go around. I need to visit friends. I need to tell people, you have to go out, take pictures, go to London. I'll show that, okay, you've arrived, you're now in the UK. But this woman or this man is telling you, I have all these debts. I have all this bill. I have moved from a 1-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom house to accommodate you, and I need help. I think the whole idea of what Babajide was trying to say is, most times people don't date for love, especially when they are dating somebody in diaspora. Everybody have their intention of why they want to date that person. This is why you see people saying, oh, they use me for papers, or they use me for this, or they use me for that. It's not about using who is using who. It's about you, the man in diaspora, had his intention of going back home to marry somebody in Nigeria, who also have their intention of why they are marrying somebody have their age. So if these two people cannot meet in the middle to satisfy or manage their expectation, then there's going to be a problem. A woman in diaspora going back home to marry somebody in Nigeria also have her own intention of why she wants to get married to that person, because she doesn't want to give somebody paper in the diaspora thinking, okay, somebody in Nigeria is going to be more appreciative. And that person in Nigeria, the man in Nigeria, is thinking, I just want to leave this country. I cannot marry my girlfriend because I don't want to have my children in Nigeria. And then you're proposing that offer to them to relocate. Whether they're in love with you or not, they think, okay, this love is going to grow. And then when they get here and these are too cultural, there's cultural clash, there's a whole lot of things, there's lack of, because I think one thing that people don't understand is everybody have their plan or why they want to travel. So if my plan is to travel, build house in Nigeria, make sure that everybody knows that, I have arrived, and you're marrying that kind of man who is thinking, I want to help my family, and a woman in diaspora is marrying that kind of person thinking, once he gets here, he's going to help me out with everything that I have going on, and that person is busy sending his money back home. That is going to cause problems. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. The only question I want to ask now is, do you think that people in diaspora going back home to marry those in Nigeria have an ulterior motive for doing that, either because they want somebody to control, either because they want somebody to be submissive, either they want somebody to be grateful for the fact that they helped them out of Nigeria? Or do you think those in Nigeria have an even bigger ulterior motive for marrying those in diaspora, because they think, okay, regardless of whether I'm in love with this person, I just want to leave Nigeria, I just want to japa, I just want to get out of this country, and when I get to the UK or US or wherever, I will sort myself out. And if this union doesn't work, who is to blame? So let me know your thoughts and let me know your view, and thank you very much for watching today's episode. See ya. Bye.